My only thing on this LoSAP is oh, 4:30.
Still waiting for my hard copy printer.
How are you? Good. How are you? Wondering where I was. You didn't come back at the right time. Oh, you're right. Should have made it last about a week longer.
I'll take one.
4.
I've
You
got
need.
one.
4.
You are so 3.
Started.
We need.
Waiting for copies.
Yeah.
Start.
We gotta talk about the numbers, but I don't have the numbers in front of me.
I know, but we can call the meeting to order. 4:30.
I can call the meeting to order. Let's see.
I'll be right there. I'm fine. Wait till the side.
I don't know if I even, did I get a copy of the agenda for, I guess there really wasn't much for an agenda, was there?
I didn't get a copy of the agenda either. No, if it wasn't in the email. She
She didn't send me. I had to go for a photo to see her picture.
All right, let's call the meeting to order. We need to approve the agenda, which is we're just doing a budget workshop tonight.
Didn't I give you one? I think this is yours. I already have mine.
No.
Okay.
I will make a motion to approve the agenda.
Okay.
I will second.
Cody and Dewey. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carried. There you go. Got to get it all in there. Okay. Who knows what, who's got questions? Who knows what they don't know? Or do you want me to just get started talking?
Sounds good.
Okay. What we all have in front of us is this is an employee sheet. We've got what they're making per hour. That's not headed, doesn't have a heading, but that's okay. But per year is there, whether they're salary or not, with a 3% raise or a 5% raise. COLA is 2.8, which is cost of living allowance or whatever. It's going to be what each department can handle once we get through that as to what the wages end up being. What did you say?
I put 3% in the packet that you have now.
Okay.
So that's with 3. I didn't go any higher than that.
Okay. These numbers over here, we're not going to get real excited about because those aren't going to mean too much to us. The numbers. What's going to mean something is these are the account numbers, these are the account titles. Then we've got, this is 2 years ago expenses, that's actual expenses. Mm-hmm. And then we've got last year, actual expenses, correct?
Yes.
And then what our current budget is, and then what the new budget could be. Nothing's written in stone yet. These are just ideas.
Yeah, on there is that in there too.
Year to date.
Yeah.
Budget.
Anything that has change, like pennies in it, 56, 12, 38, whatever, that is current.
So
So
the first,
year to date.
so the first line is 2 years. The second line is last year. The next
Expended.
is the current,
So is
the
this,
current budget.
Current budget
And
isn't
then it's
in
year
here.
to date.
It's year to
We're only
date.
halfway through
Yeah,
the
you're
year.
only,
Yeah.
you're skipping
year-to-date
off.
expense? Okay.
like I said, if it's got pennies in it, it's current right now. The budget we're doing should not have pennies. So if I missed one, let me know. I looked and looked and looked,
Well, salaries might have pennies, but then that's
and then I have not done
Okay.
the FICA and the Fed because that's a percentage
Right.
of whatever. we
of
decide.
whatever
Yeah.
you decide on the
Wages.
wages.
Yep.
So what I'd like to see us go over is the total. You're going to look at the individual things, but let's look at the totals to start with.
What page you want to find out?
I'm looking on page 2 at the
Half
police total. Because, and I kind of wrote on here, 2 years ago spent, this year's budget, this year's spent, and next year's budget.
This does not include the fire truck. It's been paid for out of a different account.
This is police.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's too
So
bad.
my understanding is that page 1 to page 2 is all police numbers, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
So when I'm cross-referencing with the departments that you gave us a couple weeks ago, the overtime wages are,
I kept them the same.
let's see, so
Does some of the snow removal come out of something else?
Snow comes out of streets and snow,
Okay.
but not PD. Yeah. The overtime for plowing is split between those two.
Okay.
And if somebody from the sewer department moves snow, do they take that out of the snow budget?
Yep,
They do not take that out of the sewer department budget.
true. No, it comes out of snow. And there's some money in snow for the maintenance of the plows in case we have to, get them from the state or maintain them or whatever, hydraulic line or whatever.
Okay. I guess I would say my biggest concern is to do each department as it is listed here. And I don't know how you guys want to go through it line by line and ask questions, but Alex is not here, so we're probably not going to get line by line on police and get any real explanations, I would say.
The big thing I know for PD is it's going to be partly grant and partly we cover some of it. It's going to be the cameras and streaming those. And that starts at about 25 grand.
What's that under?
So that'd be 6910, that capital improvement. So if there's any play, it would probably be right there because I guessed all 25 that we would pay for, but he's got a grant he's looking at. But that's always comes after the fact.
When she says 6910, that's the last 4 numbers
Right above the total.
right above the total on this one.
so you're saying that the camera screen,
The cameras like on the parks and
Yeah.
the pool and garbage, yeah,
What are you saying? The 69?
and City Hall.
so my concern there is
6910.
what came out of it last year.
Yeah.
Because there was only 12,000 budgeted.
Well,
so I spent 7,000.
I was looking for a number.
Said it. I know. I was.
It could be
I get what you're
vehicle,
saying.
it could
She
be
said-
The police have more expensive.
deductible for the insurance, all that kind of stuff. I would have to look and see what that 70 is. It's
Because
not a
if
vehicle.
it's something that's going to be recurring and our budget is only 50,000, they went $60,000 over their budget for capital improvement this year anyway.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be recurring. The 25,000 is a start to get them all set up. You got to remember that 70,000 gets washed. Like on June 30th, all of a sudden they're at zero.
What I'm saying is they were only budgeted 12,000.
Yep.
They went 60,000 over their budget this year. Correct? In that line item.
Yep.
So far. And
Yep.
the year's only
Well, we're 3/4.
2/3 of the way done. And we're only budgeting 50,000
Yeah.
with a new project in mind.
Because I don't plan on spending like we did this year. I don't think they're going to hit a deer like 3 in 1 week. Sorry, Josh.
I mean, right now we're traveling a lot of distance. I'd put more money that we would hit a deer if we wouldn't hit a deer.
Yeah.
Are we still going to Lorenz?
Well, and then I did the safety equipment too. So that jumped up to $5,000.
Don't they have their own, two guys hired up there?
It's a different discussion for
They
a
do.
different.
Got it, thank you. Shut up, Dewey.
Oh, boy.
I can look at that now, Nicole.
But you're saying there was, he's trying to get grants for that.
Yeah.
70,000.
Yep. Well, no, for the 50.
For the 50,
Oh, for
and
next
if we can get,
If we can get a grant, 50 will cover everything.
I see.
But if a grant won't cover it.
do
which-
we have to budget for the grant?
I like to at least have it in there just in case. If we know it's maybe going to come,
Okay, so is this 50 including the grant?
yes.
If they have overspent that by 58,000, where did that 58,000 come
I'm
from?
going to have
That's
to
what I
look.
was asking.
I'm going to have to look. Because off the top of my head, I can't tell you.
And it's not my question what line item it might have come out of or been
Mhm.
switched from or that. It's that legally, technically, if it's not budgeted, you can't spend it. Because we can get in a lot of trouble for spending money we didn't budget. And I noticed that throughout this, there's places where money was way overspent from the budget.
I'm concerned about the salary and overtime situation, specifically for this department.
For this department?
Yeah. We're at like 85% spent 2/3 through the year.
Yep, because we didn't have full staff until just a month or so ago.
So it wasn't budgeted for a full staff?
I think we had overtime and comp time in there that chewed into that more than what we thought.
Okay. Because of Lorenz?
No, we weren't staffed here. Lorenz is giving.
And see, I
set
don't,
up to pay us for their salary portion and expenses.
so if,
But this is just expenses. It's not showing revenue.
okay, so let's say Lorenz pays us $40,000.
Mm-hmm.
That 40,000 is spent. 10,000
Is-
goes into each salary.
Yeah, so it would go.
So it's already spent. Technically, it's already spent. Yeah.
Yep.
What we're increasing costs as far as mileage, equipment maintenance, overtime, all of that stuff.
Yep.
It's all coming out of our pocket
Yep.
that we
Insurance,
need to budget for.
insurance, all of it.
We're not getting ahead financially in that situation at all.
And getting,
But we're getting paid mileage.
Yep.
So much a trip.
It's not like we're supposed to get ahead. It's supposed to-
no, we're not supposed to make a profit off of it,
No.
and
I'm
that's
saying there's
great.
no money to consider
Right.
from that.
No,
But I would like to break even, is my consideration, is breaking even.
no, go for
We
it.
Go.
we do bill out for our extra hours.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's weeks where we put in like 30 some hours. I can't tell you how that gets filled out. Anything over 21 we're supposed to bill them for.
We do.
Bill Lorenz for,
Yeah.
but yet they have not paid us a dime yet.
No.
I can't answer. I just know that.
I do. I know.
So technically we have to spend on something there. Now there's less staff. It makes it less of a deal.
Yeah, so it's coming off now. Yeah.
When we had more hours, technically that's them paying for, should be helping us because then they're helping pay for time that.
Right, exactly. Now, my question is, when that money comes back in when the money comes in and you deposit it, do you just deposit it or do you do a journal entry to put it back into this line where you can spend it?
It goes into general fund and then we do a GL to put it to revenue for the PD.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Any other questions on PD at the moment? That one's kind of a should wait for Alec.
Without him being here for details.
It's kind of hard. But next looks like fire.
Yep.
And I don't understand how we can go from 38 to, we've only spent 25, is that correct?
27.5. But
I
remember,
must not have the most current line.
I think you do. Because, so the final line item there, again, that 6910, there was nothing in there, and I put 15,000. And then I moved up the capital equipment because I didn't know what we were going to do with the building.
Okay,
So
my
I figured
question
it in
is,
here.
when did you do that?
Since I printed your copy, I think.
Okay, so what I'm saying is you can't do that without the council's approval.
I mean, this isn't final.
No, but you can't change these numbers. You went from,
So fire has 2 capital improvement lines.
Yes.
What's the differentiation?
One of them is going to be building and one of them will be vehicle.
We can't just have that in one account.
It's an accounting thing.
it's probably, the state probably says you have to use this line for
So the
one and this line for another, and that does happen a lot.
I'm assuming the one that had the higher budget a year ago is from the truck.
No,
Yes.
the truck's not on this page at all. The truck comes out of something totally different.
I thought the truck
was-
I thought this
Oh,
was
no, this one is. You're right. I'm sorry.
$1,000 a year ago.
There's
yeah,
that one.
500,000.
Could one of them read capital improvements, one read capital equipment?
That would be the better way to say it, to have it written for.
I can check and see which way needs to go. But yeah, it'll be based on what the state says. These have been in here for eons. So these accounts have not been changed. We're just using the same accounts that are in there. Now we are starting to update them, but that takes time.
I did talk to one of them Vader boys. He's not here. They were concerned about this number. They're going to start needing new bunker gear. Is bunker gear your turnout?
Which where are you looking? 60?
6181.
Is that going to be uniforms or vehicle?
That's
Huh?
more of a, well, that's my question, kind of.
I can't.
You've got uniforms, and to me, I think of uniforms as their white shirts and that kind of thing.
But it's their fire jackets and their pants and their boots. And their...
Yeah.
I can tell you that $5,000 in that line item is going to cover what, 2 sets?
Like 4,000 per set.
Yeah.
Right.
Wouldn't
And-
their fire gear fall under safety equipment?
And that, I guess that's my question is, where did safety equipment?
It's on the other
That's
page.
got another 10 in it.
4 up from the bottom.
Yep. That's got another 10,000 in it. But I don't know. I'd like to see uniforms
We can move up uniform.
go to 10 at
Okay.
least.
Okay.
Leave that other one at 10, and then, because they're going to need to start replacing some of that gear. Not every guy's going to need
Sure.
new gear
Sure.
this year. You know, you're going to need 6,
24.
20, 24 grand total.
4 sets, sorry.
So would
16.
20 grand would cover under uniforms and safety equipment it could come out of. It should all come out of safety, I think.
Okay, so you want to leave uniforms at 10?
Let's leave uniforms
And
at 5.
Okay.
Leave it at 5.
And up safety to 25?
And up safety to 25 would probably be your best bet.
Okay.
I think we need to watch the total of that budget though if we're going to pursue LoSAP.
Yep.
Right.
Because if their budget is over 100,000, we won't get that match.
Yep.
You get the match, but you only get $1 match.
Right, you won't
Und-
get match. Let me,
The
yeah,
max
let me,
match
let me.
is $3.
Yep.
And
So I can see where we come out at once we do
yeah,
that. And
once we,
we'll drop these bottom two ones back too.
um, right, they don't look at,
So I
uh,
can drop these
the capital improvements
and come down
and,
is what I.
well, it's not included in
Oh, low.
the 100,000
Okay.
for LoSAP.
So I'll start here.
So, yes.
Okay. Gotcha. Oh, freaks. It's just roll. You want my coat? Okay. That'll fit my pinky.
Um,
I wish we had the wish list for every department.
hang on, I might have it. I tried to bring
I don't
some
know
that.
what departments need to make sure that there's adequate money in each line too.
I tried to bring most of that stuff.
I'm sure I have it in there.
Beforehand.
Oh, look, I brought, this is my fire. It's red. This is my fire boys.
Mm-hmm.
Different. This,
I just
the
remember.
wish list.
I remember claws. What is it? Jaws of life or whatever.
I'm just meaning like in general, didn't we ask every department to get us? Because the
And I
whole
have 'em.
budget planning process is to
Well-
do short term as well as long term.
I think
So without
tonight,
knowing what they need to this year as well as in the future, I don't know where to put that money to make sure it continues to build to our overarching goal for each department. Without having those like planning and foresight processes happening, I can't. Numbers don't mean anything to me. I can give them those numbers, but I don't know what they need.
right.
I don't
Right.
know.
And that's where we need to have
I've
department
talked to
heads
all of
here.
them. Yeah, I've talked to all of them. Most
And
of them I know.
they all want to come
Mhm.
and talk to us. So, but I think tonight I'd just like to go over the numbers a little bit and see if there's anything way out of whack. And like these for the fire boys, boys, you're all
Can we
boys.
get those department wish lists to us before the next time we
Mhm.
meet about this?
That would be awesome. Um, Alex is not here for animal control.
He was mentioning 2,500 for animal control. And it would go,
Under contracts.
operating supplies, materials, $65.99, because it could be transport, it could be food, it could be anything.
Well, he wanted to do a contract with like
Moffett.
Moffitt's,
Okay, so that hasn't come
and
up
I
to
don't
me
know. I don't know how much that would be.
I don't know
So
either.
we'll have
Okay.
to talk to Alex
Okay.
about that.
That's his baby. Okay,
And the contracts recycling thing.
that's school crossing guard. We don't have it anymore, so that's just one of those accounts that needs to come out.
dead.
Yep.
Looks like
Airport, we're good.
airport is next, and they're kind of their own thing, aren't they?
Oh yeah,
They-
their own beast.
they-
Yeah.
Pretty much tell us what they need.
Mhm. They have approved this as far as the miscellaneous contract and unclassified. That's if they would turn around and need somebody to inspect the roof of the terminal building, which FAA does not. They'll finance everything under the sun except the terminal building itself. So that the roof has leaked and the carpet is in horrible shape. That's why that one jumped out.
Can somebody be here from the airport commission to explain that to us? Do we
I
need?
can try. I can try.
I can talk to Beth or Gary
I
or.
can talk to. Yeah, I can talk with Gary. He just texted me today, so I know he's around.
What's next?
290 solid waste. Garbage.
Solid waste.
Garbage.
And you just put the 3% in here
Yep,
for wages?
yep.
Okay.
A lot of theirs comes in benefits. Sometimes they miss because they're sick. Sometimes,
What do they have for uniforms? What do we
nothing.
buy
They get
them?
jeans and high vis. They're supposed to have high vis on when they're up in the trucks.
And that would fall under safety equipment.
Yep. Which is down here on the bottom.
Motor vehicle maintenance.
Their
For
trucks are
them.
both 21. So unless they would hit something, we're probably okay. Because their tires and stuff should be fine on both of them. For
Garbage trucks are what year?
21. We got rid of the 05
Okay.
because you could see the ground underneath your feet. Next is mosquito, which Clint is certified to spray this year and he's in-house. Yay! But that'll come out of streets to pay him for his spray.
What page is that on? I missed mosquito.
6. It's the back there with solid waste total.
Where are you going?
Page 6. We went from 5 to 6 on the garbage. 290 is the middle. 3 numbers.
290, what was the last 4 numbers?
6910.
That's furniture and fixtures.
Furniture
Yep,
and
but it's
fixtures.
still garbage.
Yeah.
290.
What was the
But-
mosquito?
This is the
Mosquito's
mosquito.
right under it.
I don't have
I don't
mosquito.
have that.
Oh, good. Then your guys is newer than mine.
I don't have it.
Okay, good.
Sorry.
Good.
It's just
Good. Then we got rid of it because that's what should have. Maybe I'm looking at an old one.
After.
For
So 6910 is not furniture and fixtures, it's mosquito
no,
spray.
no. You're right. Never mind. I'm looking at an old copy. Here's my newer copy right there beside me.
Furniture and fixtures is
garbage.
probably dumpsters.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
Yep.
So after solid waste, I got hotel motel.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll start using this other one. Okay. Hotel motel, we usually budget 30. I'm going to put it down to 25 because we barely hit the 30. And that comes in on taxes. And that's people that visit the area, stay at the hotel, that kind of stuff.
So the revenue comes in from the hotel, but what are we spending 25,000 on?
This is what we can donate. So 18,000 of this is
Okay.
already, we're going to move it, right, to
Right.
pools. And then we've got 5,000 for legacy for the facade grant for redoing the whole outside of their building. That's $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then any sign that they would turn in for the grant, that's 500. And we've
Okay.
had a couple signs come in, but I don't think we're barely getting the 25. And unless we're going to have some big tourism event like we did last year, like the 155th brought some money in. This year it's going to be 2 separate events. I don't want to lean on it so heavy.
Because you're saying the motel hotel tax comes from the motel.
you're saying the 25,000 is revenue.
It's a tax that comes from their tax.
It's revenue, but
It's
it's
not-
also an expense.
It's an expense.
But it's a pass through.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're saying as far as grants, like the facade grants and signs grants, that could total up to
Yeah.
25.
That's what
It could.
we are giving to
We've
them.
got 23 spoken of for this year.
Um,
410 is
But you're saying none of that's been paid out yet. That's
no,
why it's-
none of it's been paid out yet. 610 is the library, and I'll be honest, I have to match this up. Lola just got me her list this afternoon. So I'm still over what she's asking for, so I need to redo that. So can we? pass
that sounds
one?
good. That sounds good to me because I think it looks like it's a little high.
It's a little high, yeah. About $3,000 high.
Parks.
430 is parks.
This one's concerning to me.
Go ahead.
The fact that, like, does the Parks Board know they have that much money? Because there's a lot of things I feel like they could be doing with their $20,000 they have budgeted there that
A lot of this has just come in the last little bit. So no, they probably don't know. I have a meeting with them Tuesday.
as someone who personally feels like the Parks Department should have more emphasis on it, and then obviously has children that utilize those resources as well. Like I would love to see them maximizing their budget and making sure that they know what those resources are.
And that's why we're meeting tomorrow morning.
I think there's been a little bit of a disconnect there because of this fire, and we need that
It's been
money.
6 years since they've met until I pulled them all together. So technically, there's no board, but the 3 that used to be, or 4 that used to be on the board are all still interested and willing to come. So
Good.
I'm giving them that opportunity because then I can get the past from them too. So that's set up for tomorrow. But this is the people that paid for Heritage Park. We can't say who, they never wanted to be known. The insurance money has come in and some of it's gone out of here. And then some of Scott's wages because he mows comes out of here. So that's what most of it is.
So the pool's not under
No, pool has its own.
its own line.
Yep, $4.99 is pool. So it went from 31.9 to 32.4. So we've got a paint grant coming in that will paint Albert Park, the East Shelter House, and the Princess Cabin. That's a grant. We've got 12 gallons of paint coming. We've got a grant out there for the dugout roofs for the baseball diamonds. We've got a grant for new doors at the pool, along with other things for the pool. So just keep that in mind. Some things are being covered, but it's grant. It's not our budget line.
We unused that 5210 grant for equipment because
Yep, lawn
Rec
chairs were not
department.
included, but
Right. But the rec department obviously needed equipment, and we're very thankful for the equipment, but they don't know that they have $20,000 that they could have gotten equipment.
well, that's not
Mhm.
rec, that's parks. Parks and rec are 2 different things.
But they're the
They're
same
they're
board.
the same board, but they're 2 different account or 2
Rec
different
is not summer rec. It's not summer rec. Summer rec we pay out of somewhere else, and all we pay is umpires, referees. That's all we pay for summer rec.
But, so Parks and Rec, Parks it's just Parks, it's not
Yes.
Parks and Rec.
Yes.
So the recreational line is purely for the recreational departments then.
No,
So
it
where
goes.
is that funded? Where is our recreational departments for sports funded through?
I would have to.
Why wouldn't it be funded through the Parks and Rec board?
I'm going with the
Through
way
the
it's been, not
recreational-
recreating the wheel.
Recreation total.
I'll have to check on that.
Okay.
Okay.
So this Rex here, the
Yep.
440,
That's
Is-
going to be for mowing and lawnmowers and anything he might need.
anything who might.
Scott, because he's my mow guy.
For mowing the recreational fields
In the parks.
Yep, and the parks, mostly the parks.
and the parks. So if he mows the recreational fields, it comes out of recreation. If he mows the park, it comes out of parks.
No,
It all comes out of.
it all
parks.
comes out of parks.
So what's the recreational line? That's what
I have to
Chrissy's
look
asking.
and see.
It says part-time and temporary, so as far as,
Because it would be part of his salary. He's full-time through streets. So I need to check. The umpires might come out of that.
okay. And that would make sense.
Yep, I have to check.
And we gotta have insurance.
Yep.
Yeah, not to have
No, we
insurance.
gotta have tort. We cannot mess with tort.
Okay. Cemetery, now is that going to change?
Where are we at? 450?
450.
No, I was gonna leave it at 4750, but if we make it a full-time department or full-time person, then we've got to figure out, are we splitting that with streets? Are we splitting it with water? That's why Dave's coming to talk to us.
Okay.
Because if this was just gonna be a seasonal thing, 4750 is fine.
Right.
If it's gonna be a full-time, then I need to figure out how else we're splitting it, or put more in here. But that, the most we've ever paid John, and I can't think of his name, but the most we ever paid them was 5, over 30 years of maintaining the cemetery. And community center, of course, is still sitting at 7,600 because that's what it's always been.
what's going on with the community center?
We do not have a board, so it's managed through the city. I clean it after events right now as it is.
We still need to revisit that conversation.
Yes,
Um,
at another time.
Yeah.
It looks like Feed Pokey is going to, they got their 50C3. So I'm working with Ryan to get a contract because they want to store materials in there, and I don't know how that'll affect the insurance and leaving their personal items in there. We've never done it before, so just something new to look into for liability purposes.
they want to leave stuff in there.
Yep,
How did it work with the Meals on Wheels and Elder Bridge?
they were able to because Elder Bridge paid for all that. Elder Bridge
So it
paid
was
for
their
insurance.
liability, like Elder Bridge had their liability
Yes,
insurance.
to cover theirs. But Ryan's still working on the paperwork, so I can't say for sure. But yes, insurance is going to be involved, and there'll be some kind of rate that they pay, maybe a discounted rate, like a reserve rate.
Right. Because there's isn't someone in there all the time.
And we've given, now we're going to give up that time for them to use it for their event. Pool is $4.99 if we're ready. Raise the wages, of course. We've got to raise the swimming ticket prices. Education and training because we need a WSI certified person in the travel. Building, we know, we're going to try and stay under. We probably will not get to the roof of the shower house until fall. But the heaters were coming in lower than we thought. They're going over plumbing with Silers on Thursday. Hopefully that comes in under 45,000. We might be able to swing paying for some of that ourselves and not financing it.
What kind of roof are you putting on?
I'm not sure. I have a $54,000 bid, but that's all I have.
I want to go back to salaries.
Okay.
Why is it 42.9?
That's what they've spent this year. It was 42.9.
So why are we only budgeting 6,000?
Five budgeted.
Yeah, I'd have to check that one.
Because that doesn't make a lot of sense.
No,
to me.
that's got to go up. Got to go.
That 42.9 wrong.
It might be. There's a chance of that too.
Well,
2 years ago it was 41. 1 year ago it was 43.
So something's not right on.
Yep, something's out. Have to check. There's a lot that goes on. You have to take things out and they have to be stored at other locations. There's things that can't be down there all winter long. A lot of expenses to that I didn't realize were even a thing. So we're learning. The chemicals, he's found a cheaper way, better way to do those. So that came back to 8,000 again on the other page, page 11. Lab analysis, we kept that the same. Tort, I raised, of course, because we don't know where that's going to come in at. And then your supplies and your capital equipment. They are in the need of a new freezer, but that's not going to be $1,500. Yep. 520 is economic development. We do not pay her out of there.
where do we pay her out of?
Let me find it.
Regional
The next
development?
one. Yep, regional. That's what we've given last year was 17,375. So I went ahead and put it in there. And then,
Mine says 17.2.
oh,
It's a-
17,375.
It was budgeted 17.2, but we've given her 17.
Yep. So I kept the budget the same. Parker's 4,000 for the chamber is in here too. I didn't change that either.
is under that same line.
No, different line. Those are just the two that I know I kept the same. That's based on population, so it's kind of hard to mess with it.
Oh, now the city council, mayor and
Yep,
council.
council
comes
and
in.
mayor, that's all.
Hey,
We can't change that.
oh my.
Well, we can't.
No, we really probably can't. So 12.3 is what it costs, and 400 is if we would all go to or you would all go to a conference or training or something.
All right.
Next is City Hall.
City Hall. It says clerk and admin,
Mhm.
and that is wages
Yep.
for City Hall.
And last year we did have some part-timers because we had to figure out what we were doing
Mm-hmm.
position wise. And then we lost somebody. So then there's advertising and all that stuff comes in. I don't foresee the part-time needing to go up a whole lot at all.
I would hope not.
No, I'm hoping really hard not.
I think
So as far as like dues membership and education training, seemed like they were significantly underrepresented last year, but we're keeping them the same this year.
So what are you saying?
Education training was at 750 to last year, and we spent 6,000 this year
Mhm.
so far.
Yep, because we needed help getting through the paperwork and updating the system, which we
Right.
did, which was never planned on.
For education and training.
Mhm. We're being educated and trained. We are all having to.
and
do
it costs.
And it
So-
costs.
My question is 750 going to cover next year, or does it need to be moved up if there's still things that you're
I'll check into
improving?
it.
And
I can check into it.
How much? I want to make sure we've got enough training in there because,
Yep.
like I've said before, there you can't have enough training.
and my understanding is dues and memberships never go down. So if we've already spent almost $5,000, again, 2/3 of the way here,
I can check that
I
one too.
can't imagine that it's going to be less next year.
I'll check both of those. That's why we do this.
Mm-hmm.
Vehicle, we don't really drive it much. Telephone and communication, I left that at 25. We do cover the pool. No, we don't. Wait a minute. Pool covers their own. Heinz Center should cover their own. So that's going to get broke out. There's no need to up it. If anything, we'll spend less. Utility services, I got to put some in there. I'll have
What
to
was
check
the
that one.
big advertising and legal publication charge this year?
Most of it is what the state requires. Every time we have a meeting, we have to post. Every time we have a special, we have to post. All the garbage stuff got posted. All the positions we have to post. Everything has to be posted. The minutes, every dot, every line, every letter is cost. So spelling all the names out, all that kind of stuff is cost.
We're not going to be publishing any less. So
I'll look into that one too.
that's where
Yeah, I don't think I did much with this one actually. Check. Tort, I left the same.
More than likely, it'll be the same.
Maybe a little.
2 years it was over double that.
Consultant and professional, that should even out.
What line, where are you?
I went to page 14.
Your account.
Looking.
Contracts and recycling. Midas doesn't really come out of ours. It comes out of all the other ones. So that's what that 170/20 would have been. Would be something for Midas and solid waste commission. That second one down. So I left it the same. Office supplies, I've got to put some in there.
Safety equipment.
Our glasses are considered safety equipment, so we get $200 a year for glasses. Because we're staring at computers, it protects our eyes.
250 times 3 is not 1,600.
Well, there's been more than 3 people in here this last year. So there's a little cushion in there.
You're going to go through 10 people next year.
Let's hope not.
I hope not too.
We got our shoes count. We don't have to have steel toe or anything, but we have to have closed toe. We have to have real shoes on. Miscellaneous operating, I kept it the same. Furniture and fixtures, I don't have anything because there's some in capital improvement for us.
Why was it 54? Or why have we spent 54,000 already?
Oh, yeah.
Miscellaneous operating supplies and materials.
I show only $16,295.
I show $54,360.
Oh, that was before we made the move, the armory stuff.
Oh,
We never used to have its own line, and so we took the armory expense out of there
Okay.
and moved it.
54?
They've got an old report.
$65.99.
Oh,
Old report.
You have an old one.
okay. So then,
I don't have that on mine.
so what's the 16.3 then? Because that's still 10,000 over what was budgeted for.
I would have to look. I can't tell you right off.
Elections, that will be
Election.
0 this year.
Yeah, we didn't have any money in there last year, so that would have been nice. But anyway, so that'll come out of admin eventually to even that up. So consultant professional, that's 640, which is legal. That's going to be if Ryan, you know, or Eric, anybody, something random investigation, that's where that comes out of. And then there's our city hall total. There's the furniture and fixture. Then there's our armory. That's what we've spent on the armory. You'll start seeing the rent go to that account starting in July. Because like I said, we didn't have an armory account. So armory's new for us. That'll even out as we keep going.
Transfer out. What was the transfer out for?
That's the cleaning of the armory.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
almost 37. Yeah. Next is streets. We do have Dave one more year. We weren't sure about that here a couple weeks ago, but we do have Dave one more year, so he's included in the salary raises there. Part-time, as you can tell, we really don't have any unless, we don't have any. Overtime, that gets split between them all depending on what they're doing. Most of this is Scott for streets, but some of Dave's comes out of it. Repair and maintenance, kept that the same. Motor vehicle, you never know what those for. Liability. Miscellaneous, I kept the same. Street maintenance, I mirrored up a little bit to what we spent.
Telephone communication.
Yep, they have to pay for their telephone and their internet out there.
We have 0. Budgeted.
Okay, it's got to change.
Well, nothing's been spent this year either out of that for telephone communication.
Oh, you know what? Because it comes out of water. That's why this is just streets. Streets does not have its own phone number, just water and electric. That's why. Streets have its own shop per se. It's all through the electric shop. So that's where most of the expense falls. Okay. Next one is 250
Snow.
storm sewer. So this is mostly waste treatment. If they have a sewer line bust or, manhole gets pushed down in the grate or something, that's where this one comes up.
The miscellaneous materials and supplies.
Where you at 65?
Yeah, 659. We've over doubled that. What are we expecting to come out?
I'd have to check because that
Well,
involves
this year it looks like
the dump trucks.
we spent 11.
250.
This year we spent 946 and we're budgeting 10,000. We haven't even spent.
I've got 11,310.
So we moved something out of there since I printed yours. That's probably where I got the 10 is the 11 was in there. So then I haven't come back to it. That'll get dropped. Those are just the older trucks. So you never know.
But then I'm confused why the numbers are so different. Because if hers is showing
It's just a matter of when you printed it and we're still working through these numbers.
right, so
with
then
the
that
auditor.
10,000 should be on another line of mine. Correct?
It's
It didn't
probably,
just disappear.
no, it's in here somewhere. So it probably threw something the other way. I'd have
Are
to
we
look
on
and
number
see.
250?
Yep,
250,
And that's what
6590.
what department is this?
snow.
Snow and snow, just removal.
Because I'm not showing snow removal.
It's at the top
You
of the
gotta go to
next,
the next page.
top of 18.
Okay, there, I found it.
This
Okay.
is just storm sewer.
Yep, yeah.
This is just sewer and manholes.
So not snow.
No, not snow.
So we don't know where that $10,000 is.
I can check and see. We probably coded something wrong. It happens.
So are we just down that much on snow removal? Current budget from,
Yep. Because most of snow honestly goes to the guys.
We haven't had a lot of
So it
snow.
goes to water, it goes to
is snow removal only paid out if they come in
the after hours.
after hours?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's their overtime wages up there. I kept them the same. We got hit this year because it was 3 weekends. So that's what. But I bet I took it out of water. So storm sewer total stayed the same. Well, I'm going to drop that 10 down. So that'll come.
No, that 10 is in snow.
Oh, okay. So this one is okay. Yep, we went from 250 to 299.
So we haven't paid any overtime wages for snow this year yet?
We have. They're coming out of somewhere else.
Why wouldn't they? Wait, what?
Yep, they've come out of somewhere else. So I just need to check it.
Previously,
And
when we talked about streets, you said it came out of snow.
it should have. So I'll have to look and see where it went. All right, Fed FICA we can skip. Group insurance we can skip.
Are we still on storm sewer?
Nope, I thought we passed that up. I have no idea what that was. That's mine.
So road use tax, that's just,
Road use is the tax. So we get taxed if we leave too much in the street. The roads account.
Oh, money.
Yeah, money that we get from taxes, we've got to spend. I found 496,000 in streets last night when I was looking at it.
That'll do a lot of gutters.
Yes. Yay. Okay.
Okay, FICA, IFRS, benefits.
Yeah. That's not changing because that was all September.
So what number are we on?
Now we can leave all the 112s because that's each department, Fed and FICA. See how the
Okay.
middle numbers change?
Yeah,
110, 210, 290. We can skip all the 112.
Because we can't do anything with these
No, we can't
numbers.
do anything with those. We can't do anything with principal or interest for the grants. I mean, the loans that we have, revolving loans. We just had somebody pay off a big one, so that'll switch that around. Capital improvement, the ZAC trust, we can't mess with any of that.
okay, so we should be on page 23, correct?
Oh, probably even further, do.
So I got 24.
Okay.
I got 24. Albert fund expenditure.
That is a trust fund that we
Okay.
get from the family.
But do we have to spend that?
Nope,
20
nope, we don't spend it.
We don't.
Leave it.
Okay. TIF projects.
That should be 171 something. Yep, that was just updated by the deadline last
Okay.
fall. So we won't mess with that. If anything, that'll go up. But and then these debts for these, that 005, gosh, 96, that's a revolving loan. So you've got a parks capital improvement, pool capital improvement. So there's little bits tucked away back here. Clerk and treasurer, capital equipment. I'm on page 29. Sewer capital, electric capital, there's most of our bigger trends.
No, these capital improvement lines, but then each department has their own capital improvement line too.
It's different when you're filing, yeah, when you do the paperwork. Because a 300, we cannot just spend that money. You have to move it to the expense account and then spend it out of the account. So so we don't mess with these if we don't have to.
Theoretically, they should match what the capital improvement line item in their department is.
I don't think so. Because this is just sitting back there, we don't touch it. This is not a line I can take money out of just because there's a bill. I can't touch these lines as far as paying bills.
So what are these lines used for?
They're used for
Capital
savings. We've got to keep something in there in case we have a major disaster. That's when you use this.
That's confusing to me.
Okay, page
Because we
30.
have 3.5 million tucked away, and you're saying we can't touch any of that from water? Is that not
That's
sitting
for
there
their big
for?
project.
Right.
That's for, yeah, but it
So
has to
then it
be
would-
moved around.
It would move to water department's capital improvement when we go to expend it. But it is touchable because we're planning on spending it.
It depends if we get financed. Then we could finance that
Right. Want to finance.
before we dump our savings. Yeah, that's why it's sitting there.
So you're budgeting on the base that you're going to get funding for it.
Yes, I know we have funding for water, but we do not have funding for sewer right now. All right, top of page 30. Everybody okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And this one is, what are we at? Pool parks, 600, 810. This should be water.
Yep, it's water.
Okay. So this is Dave and Kevin and part of Scott. Kevin's going for his grade 2 next week. Woohoo! It's a good thing. This did not go up too much. I need to check those wages. I can already tell I missed something there.
Deferred comp benefit.
That is, ooh, I've checked that too. I don't know. It's a lot of money. There's the insurance tucked in there. Dues and memberships, because Kevin's going to have to get his 2, and I would like to bring somebody from the ground up. Start them anyway, so that's classes and training and all that for their grades. Travel, they usually can do that in one day for water. The building, you never know with that project coming, if there's going to be something that is tied to the building. Motor vehicle, I dropped down. His truck is a 2017, should be fine. Tires, if anything. 31. Keep going with street or water. Chemicals is the biggest thing, and then they have to take things to Cherokee, so there's some expense in driving. And then your court, of course. So then sewer is 815.
Does water not have a capital improvement line then?
It has a capital reserve.
Yep, same thing. We can't touch that one. Just like the other ones. Capital reserve would have to be like a new truck or a new piece to the machinery or pipes. It could be any of that, but it has to be big money. It can't just be the little bills. 815 is sewer. That's Justin and Hoop. It's got their IPers in there. Repair and maintenance. As much as we don't like to talk about it, Grover, I know you don't like it. Repair and building maintenance and structure, that's going to come up for sure.
What?
Getting indoors.
The sewer?
Yeah, he has a big beef with
No,
it.
I can do either one.
He don't like it. Sales tax, we pay tax on our electric service. That probably doesn't need to be quite so high. Data processing, we're taking. So it went from 774 to 808. That's not bad.
Listening and flipping.
820 is electric. This is a fun one. This is our cash cow. This is where we have Clint and Colby.
What page is that on?
35.
35.
35. Were you going to say something, Nicole?
No, I was answering.
Oh, I'm sorry. So 820 is electric. We do pay COPEG, I think. What do we pay? 75,
78.
78,000. Okay.
And then we're looking at
Digger truck.
that digger truck,
I put that in the capital.
and then there also possibly a couple other things.
Yep. Oh, I got his list right here.
Okay.
He sent me an email. He's coming Monday too.
Okay.
So electric wants a digger truck, a vac machine for Pocahontas, GIS mapping for all utilities, which is nice. I've set up GIS. You can see the manholes, you can see the fire hydrants, you can see everything. Substation controls for the regulators, and then the fault indicators. That's the part that last outage hurt us so bad, is those fault indicators are not set up right in all of the boxes. They're not consistent, just say that.
Where did you say you put the money for the truck?
The digger truck, I think I put 35,000 in something. It'd have to be a capital expense. Electric, yep. 301, 820. It's on page 29. The bottom of three. What?
And 29?
Yeah. 301, 820, 6710.
And those capital improvement funds
Yes.
that we talked about that you can't take money out of.
Nicole, we're not going to get into the ins and outs of the accounting.
I'm trying to understand. You're telling me that we're going to take money out of those capital improvement funds, and we just discussed that you can't take money out of them.
I can't take them out to pay bills. I can take them out if we have a project in mind.
Correct. That's what I was getting at when we talked about it first.
So dues and memberships I dropped down because Craig probably got his apprentice. Well, his test is Wednesday this week. Let's hope and pray and cross your fingers, but he's a pretty smart guy.
Who's that?
Clint?
Clinton.
Oh, Clint.
Clint with the beard.
So how that dues and membership is going to be halved.
Yeah, should be, because everybody will be up there except Colby. So we'll only have one to pay. Where we were looking at two with Kelvin. So. Okay, merchandise for resale, electric, that's a big one. That's where WAPA and RPGI come out of. And their rates are only going up. It's going to cost us more to have electric.
Aren't we doing something with getting money back from them too?
No, they don't owe us
It
anything.
wasn't much. I mean, the seller certificate.
Oh, no.
It was.
It came out to like 30 bucks. Electric total, we went up 821. Load management, don't even worry. That's, I don't
There is
even,
no such thing as load management.
exactly. I don't know why that's even in there. That's an old number. 822 internet. Nope, that's back when there was EverTech. Okay. So we are on, there we are. 30. Oh, look at that. We're done.
Last page.
Oh, and industrial development. When I came to town, we were over $1 million in the red from phase 1. So we can thank phase 2 for getting that out of the red. Now the goal is to stay above the red for phase 2.
Where are you looking at?
Page 41 right in the middle.
Okay.
840 through 820. We've got street lights out there yet. The mailboxes should be here Monday. But the light poles and everything are blocked. We just haven't put them up there on the concrete. So there's going to be a little bit of that. But that's going to now be for phase 2.
What is this last line? The
Total.
total of all expenses.
Yep. That's the whole, oh, excuse me, the whole report.
So the whole report is only $1,043,000 when the last 2 years have been closer to 8.
That's not right.
No, something's not
Something didn't
calculated
add in
right. That's
because-
just a system thing. Yeah, something's not calculated right. I'll have to check that.
Yeah,
That's
that
going to
could
be a
be
system thing.
Closer to 8 million.
Yeah. That's going to be, that's a system thing.
I mean, mine says 1,043,000.
That's what ours
Yeah,
says.
we did this too.
Yeah, there's something
Yeah,
in the
big
system.
budget, but yeah.
Oh, but you know what? Some of this report, like I said, we can't touch those accounts. So that might be some of it too. I'll have to dig into the system and see what it's including.
What system do we use? What's the name of it?
Simple City.
Simple City?
Mhm. Yeah.
Is it really simple?
Yes, absolutely not.
None of this stuff is simple.
But I just got a quote and it's almost 40,000.
It's to update, it's it.
Yep. To update the system and change to something else.
because it's getting obsolete.
Yep, we're back to Cobalt. Remember, oh, you're too young to even remember Cobalt. Cobalt way back. It's like in DOS days. Ancient. Historia.
Like our water meters are getting obsolete too.
Yes, we have 100 of those. That'll be $4,000. We have to- If people would let us in their house. Half the houses we can't get in. We have looked up a way to chase old utility bills because people are running out on rentals and the landlords, don't want to pay those expenses. So we've got to get our ducks in a row. We've got probably 8,000 in utility bills that are just hanging out because people have run off them. So we've got some things to bring some income back.
Take a deposit.
What?
Do we take a deposit?
Not if they do direct deposit. So that's going to change too. That'll all change too.
But
Oh.
that you pay a deposit
Yes.
down.
Yes.
As of now, the city does not
No.
do that on the.
If we get a direct deposit, no. But they can bounce that direct withdrawal twice before we take them off. And then they leave town on the 90th day. We never get it paid. We never see them again. We don't know where they went. There needs to be some more guidelines on rentals. All else fails, it should go back to the person that owns the property, but our paperwork is not set up.
So next Monday
That's going to be our visiting meeting mostly with all the things.
with the different departments for the budget. What else is going to be on the agenda? Anything?
There's a liquor license to approve. Certified pool operator has to be approved. There's a training for him and Derek that has to be approved. Little things like that. Nothing major. I kind of kept it open because if we've got budget's got to come.
Budget's got to come first. We've got to get this.
I've got
done.
the stuff ready for the state, so I will get it ready and then we can talk about it.
That has to be done on March 5th,
Yep.
sent to the state.
Yep.
And that is exactly what?
That is property tax, which is what we base our budget on. And it went from minus 6.27 to positive 12 point something. So we just have to balance out what we're spending and make sure it allocates with that difference because that's a pretty big jump. That
A
means
jump
we
in
had
our
growth.
favor?
Yes, we have growth in the city of Pocahontas. Some of those phase 1 houses might have hit. I'm not sure if they've been assessed, but I'm thinking that's where it came from. I don't have any way to.
And a lot of the commercial and stuff was all reassessed, wasn't it?
That's true
And
too. Every even year, the assessments get.
I think commercial stuff was
That's
my
true.
building really went up.
Yeah,
Yes,
I heard for some others. Yeah. We still need to check on porters too. Don't want to forget.
assessed.
So are we okay?
We still have septic agriculture.
Are you going to take a look at that and then send us
Yep.
new,
You betcha.
uh,
I can send the wish lists too.
that would be awesome. So that
We
we
are
had
going
those
to
ahead of time.
we're going to decommission a well, so that's 10,000. Hasn't been used since the 70s, but it means they break it out and fill it in. What?
Water tower.
Over here, the old fire.
I know.
That's going to cost us 10,000? Okay.
Hasn't been used since the 70s. It's just a hazard.
Yeah.
It was an emergency well.
Is that?
And then well 3 has to be dug up, looked at, serviced, and hopefully put back down and not replaced.
Dug up?
It's just that time.
Recased.
Lifted up. Yeah, that's 10 grand too. So we know we have that coming on water.
Yeah,
One's the fire
used to
department.
be one was the fire station.
Right.
It is.
So now it's Mayberry's well and then Francis's
Yep.
and then Silver Fox's.
So is there four?
There's 4.
3.
3?
Yep, only 3. There's 4. It was 4 wells. But
Okay,
if you're going to decommission the old fire station.
But as of now, there's 4.
technically.
Well,
They haven't used that fire station well for.
if
a
you,
couple
if you
years.
count the old.
But there's still water being run through the bottom of that fire department. We're gonna have to tackle that at some point too. Because that's just a disaster waiting to happen over there. We don't maintain that building to have all that water running under it.
That was main line.
The old fire station on
You'll-
Main Street.
That
Is that where Mary Jo's at?
Yeah.
Mary Jo's at.
Next to Mary Jo.
It's attached to it, but yeah. Down in the basement.
Where the overhead doors are.
Dungeon.
Not very
So
long.
the next step is we're having the departments come, you'll send us the budget worksheets and the updated numbers. And then where are we going to make sure that we meet publication deadlines?
That's just state numbers. It doesn't include this part of it.
It doesn't,
Include these numbers.
yes and no. We have to,
Oh, we have to justify what we're gonna spend, yes.
Do we need to make a decision about the cost of living and which direction we're gonna go with that to get numbers next meeting as well?
We probably should.
Department
Yep,
of
that's the
Management,
state. Yep, I got it.
and it has to have all these numbers
Plugged in it.
plugged in.
Salary would be the next one we probably need to tackle.
That's kind of what we are, yes, I believe that we're going to have to make a decision on the raise, the
Yep.
raises, if you're gonna give them a raise and how much.
Because then I can
And
figure
everybody got this,
FICA and Fed and
so take a look at it and see what you think. And that we'll have to have a firm decision on probably next time,
I can
because
put it
that's
on.
going to affect a lot of
It will.
numbers.
The Fed and the FICA and the IPERS and
I got a birthday party in June.
All right, are we ready to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Do we?
thank you, do.
I'll
Second,
second that motion.
Cody? All in favor?
Thanks, guys
Any opposed?
and gals.
I doubt there's any opposed.
I've only heard that once.
Adjourn.
Adjourn. Go home and sleep with all those numbers in your head. We're gonna talk about the sewer stuff. Okay. But we've got to limit it to,
I know, we need to limit our time.
Yeah.
Because it's what now? 5:45?
we almost, we can.
What?